What's up, everybody? It's Damp. My apologies for how long it's taken for this to get to you all. I've had some problems with some audio on my end. You probably heard it in the last video, but I think I've got it tweaked and figured out. Next video after this, we're going to be revisiting the leper, and moving forward, we'll talk a little bit about the musketeer, which I'll go into, and I'll be revisiting all the characters once town events hits, and going back through their pluses and minuses after all their tweaks and changes. So I don't expect the leper to get any changes. That's why he'll be next. But anyway, moving on. So let's talk about the Antiquarian. If you watched my video previously, you kind of saw a good way to make some gold with her and a fast way to make some gold and trinkets with her. So go back and watch that first if you haven't, because you'll see kind of where she shines right now. But let's talk a little bit about who she is and what she does. So basically, at in early access, she was known as the merchant. So this is the merchant class. She is not really a combat character. She doesn't have a lot of combat abilities. She primarily has money making passive skills that are built into her that only she can bring to the table. So we'll go into a few of those. So she's the weakest class in the game as far as being in combat, but the best when it comes to trying to make money. So if we look at what, a couple of the things that make her different and separate her. So she increases the amount of gold you can carry in a stack, and that goes from 1,500 to 2,000. And then every additional antiquarian you bring brings it up another 500. So in theory, if you brought 4 of them, you could carry 3,500 in a full party of just antiquarians. The second thing is that if you use her to interact with curios, you can get unique loot if she's the one that interacts with them. And that's minor antiques and rare antiques. So the minor antiques are worth 275 gold. Rare antiques are worth 1,000 gold. The rares stack to 5, so up to 5,000 gold, which I've only gotten a couple in each dungeon. So that's, you probably won't get to 5 unless you have multiple antiquarians. Maybe that would increase the number. I haven't seen that yet, though. And the miners stack to 20 at 275 gold each. So that's her main differences when it comes to her passives and what make her special. So let's talk a little about her cons. Her cons are that at resolve level 5, her max HP is going to be 45. Her max dodge will be 30. That's okay. But when it comes to her combat ability, she's not really dealing damage to anybody. She's more of a liability. So what do I mean by that? So if we look at her combat skills, Nervous Stab, which hits really weakly, she can use it from all 4 slots, which is an advantage. Can hit through to row 3, which is actually pretty good. Her Blight move here, Festering Vapors, can actually hit all 4 rows. But it hits really, really weakly. Not worth it. Not worth it. Get Down is something that I do recommend bringing. Flash Powder, minus accuracy. I don't really recommend the debuff style with a party, but not saying that can't be utilized on a mob that's already suffering from accuracy penalties, and you could hit it with that. I personally didn't see the value in the testing of bringing that with you. Fortifying Vapors, I'm recommending bringing, but only to bring somebody really off death's door if you have an extra turn due to a stun. Invigorating Vapors, I'm not really recommending currently. I do think this is situational, though, and you can bring it based off your party composition. But the 4 I'm bringing are right here. And the rotation I'm recommending is primarily, you're always going to start with Protect Me. Then you're going to utilize Get Down. Then you'll utilize Protect Me. Then you could be a little more offensive. Then utilize Protect Me. And you're kind of rotating. You always want to have your guard up. And you always want to have this buff up, in my opinion. Now, your other option is you could just run Get Down if the mobs you're fighting don't have great accuracy. But primarily, I feel it's safest to go with Protect Me first. Just my opinion. Now, in order for that to work, she's got to always win the speed check. So you've got to stack speed on her for trinkets. And the top quirks you want to bring are On Guard, Evasive, and Quick Reflexes. Those are the 3 I feel that would be best. When we look at the trinkets to bring, In my opinion, the best trinkets you're going to bring for her are going to be Feather Crystal and the Fleet Florin, which is her rare speed trinket. That's what I feel are the best. Bag of Marbles actually isn't bad as well, which gives you +5 dodge, but Fleet Florin and the Feather Crystal I feel are the best because you really want her to win that speed check initially, allowing her to force somebody to protect her. Now where she pairs best is actually by utilizing the Highwayman. Using the Highwayman, you're going to take Duelist Advance, and in Duelist Advance what you're going to do is pop this, and then he's got Repost, which will trigger when he is forced to guard your Antiquarian. So that works really well. That's a really good combo. When it comes to camping skills, her camping skills are really below par, excluding this one, which we'll talk. I talk about it in the other video. Just go check it out. It's the one I just posted a few minutes ago, so it's right below this one. So we're not going to look at Trinket Scrounge. Really, the only two that are must-takes for me are these two here, because her camping skills are really not good outside of this, which is unique in its use. So you're definitely going to take Encourage. You're going to take Wound Care. This is Curious Incantation, I think is how you pronunciate that, which you'll take as a third. And then usually you're going to take Trinket Scrounge, depending on, again, the situation you're going to run into. But Resupply, I think, is one of the worst camping skills in the game. It's not worth it. If you knew what you were going to get out of it, might be somewhat better, but I really don't think it's very good at all. So anyway, those are the camping skills you're going to take. In looking at some diseases that you can take, the Fits is an option because you get additional speed from it. So that may be one you want to look into keeping, depending on, again, the party composition you're going to run her in. But primarily I'm recommending speed, then dodge, then prot. Those are the top three skills I'd recommend that you prioritize when you're bringing her. So if you don't have a Feather Crystal, maybe you bring a Tough Ring. Because she's not going to get hit often in combat by using Protect Me, and because she has so much dodge, you can actually take some additional stress. You can take some of those plus 10% damage stress trinkets without really batting an eye, because she's not going to be focused often as long as you keep Protect Me up. So with that, that's primarily her pluses. I would recommend you go watch the video because I really talk specifically about Trinket Scrounge and how to take advantage of that right now, because I think it'll be patched. So if you're watching this around the end of March, go watch that video right now. I think it will be patched by the next time they do a hot fix. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Look for the leper video next. Sorry it's been taking me so long on videos. I've been trying to balance stream, work, Twitch, YouTube, scripts, all those things. So thanks for your patience. Leper video will be next. I was working on it last week. See ya.